Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm breaking down information regarding early concepts from Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, which was the last large piece of story content released for Borderlands 2. I'm obviously not talking about the headhunters, but I can see you guys already trying to correct me in the comments down below. So with that, let's get right into it. Okay, so this information comes from Inside the Box, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, from June 24, 2013. The link will be down in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself or just read the whole article. So, the article is written from the perspective of Ryan Heaton, who is lead level designer for the DLC. He gives us more information on what the DLC could have looked like if plans went another way. So he says, quote, "First, the team got together and brainstormed about the premise of what we wanted to do. The fantasy idea was there from the beginning. It was something all of us really wanted to work on. Initially, there was an idea that Handsome Jack had a spoiled nephew that lived on an island and would trap the Vault Hunters in a game that forced them to fight their way through a series of complex challenges he had designed. This idea was folded into the fantasy idea, and eventually Tiny Tina became the Dungeon Master." A little later on, he also says, quote, "Of all the various ideas we talked about, the theme of heavy metal rock and roll was near the top of the list. In hindsight, I'm really glad we didn't go in that direction." End quote. So let's break that down. First, the music. I think I speak for all of us when I say the music in the DLC was one of the best scores in all the Borderlands games and out of all the DLCs. It's memorable, it fits the world perfectly, and I cannot imagine it any other way. So enough said about that. Next, the idea that Handsome Jack has a nephew. Unfortunately, I could see them probably implementing it in future games, or just playing off of it in future games. If the writers thought this was a viable enough idea originally, then they might see a return to this idea. Me personally, I believe that Handsome Jack having a nephew would have only worked in Borderlands 2. Because Borderlands 2 followed Handsome Jack's story. I know the pre-sequel did as well, but since we were working for Jack in that game as Vault Hunters, it wouldn't make sense for his nephew to want to come after us. And having his family still trying to come after us in potentially a future game such as Borderlands 3 just seems like lazy writing and doesn't really fit the premise. Not only that, but it seems like most of the ideas were implemented in one form or another. Very similarly, the Son of Cromrack's Headhunter DLC, where we fight Sparky Flint, the son of Captain Flint, an enemy that we killed in the main story of Borderlands 2, which then we don't need another story about that. The revenge kid or nephew plot. He tries to put the Vault Hunters through challenges in this DLC, but if you played through the DLC, you know everything doesn't go according to plan or to a plan at all. So for the most part, it seems like Gearbox still used most of these ideas. All of the fantasy and complex challenges, you know, the jumping puzzle to get the letter in the Tiny Tina DLC or the Rubik's Cube, all made it into the Assault on Dragon's Keep. So we still got fantasy, we still got challenges, while the revenge family plot of a boss that we killed wanting revenge and also being on an island was all played out in the Son of Cromrack's. So personally, I think Gearbox used everything they wanted to, implemented everything they wanted to, and both of these DLCs ended up awesome because of it. And I wouldn't have changed either of them. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you still want to see Handsome Jack's nephew and in a side quest possibly in Borderlands 3? What do you guys think this DLC would have looked like if it would have followed that? Let me know all your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.